Greetings everyone, and welcome back to another video review of a tiny little Tic-Tac of a phone. Oh boy, this is going to be fun. The phone we're going to be having a look at today is part of the 3 little phones that I bought off Facebook Marketplace for a total of $100. This is the one I paid $15 for. So we have had a look at the Soyes XS or Soyes 10S or however you pronounce it. Then we had a look at the Melrose 2019. I'll card it all up here if you want to take a look at those previous installments. But this one we're having a look at is the Soyes 7S. Or Soyes 7S. No one's actually told me how it's pronounced, so I'll just call it Soyes, because that sort of sounds correct. And if you've already seen in the thumbnail, this is ripping off an iPhone 7 Plus. But let's take a look at the listing of this tiny Tic-Tac of a phone. I have to really emphasize on how tiny this phone is, but anyways. The listing is the original Soyes 7S Super Mini Android Smart Mobile Phone 1GB plus 8GB quad-core dual SIM dual standby unlocked pocket cell phone. Why is the camera at the back there glowing orange? This is currently $94.62 Australian. I will display the currency conversion chart on screen for you all to get a rough idea of how much this thing costs. And for the whole sake of it, I'll just leave a link for this in the description below on AliExpress. While the design is ripping off an iPhone 7 Plus, it's not exactly a clone of an iPhone 7 Plus because of how ridiculously small it is. They only have white and red on AliExpress. My one that I have is a black one. And straight away in the listing it tells you the specifications. We've got an MT6580 in this thing. So that's already a great start. We have 1GB of RAM, 8GB of storage, Android 6.0, a front 0.3 megapixel camera plus a rear 5 megapixel camera. And as for networks, we have 2G and 3G. That's it. I'm pretty sure newer ones that are the same size as this phone do have 4G included now, but I'd really have to take a look and see what's on the market. It supports a whole bunch of languages, and you can see the on-screen navigation key, which has been featured in the Phone Baby phones that I took a look at a long time ago. The size is very similar to them. There's some package options on AliExpress. We can add some Bluetooth earphones or a micro SD card. You can actually put a micro SD card in this phone, which is quite amazing. Doesn't have a headphone jack though, but hey, I can't expect too much. Small but full function Soyes mini smartphone. Only bank card size. Let me tell you that it's actually smaller than a bank card. Soyes brand new mini quad core mini smartphone, even smaller than bank card. Well, you just said that it's a bank card, now it's smaller than... It doesn't matter, that's okay. Card size, quad-core, high-resolution, all-in-one handset, 2.5D touchscreen, 4 colors, back and front cameras, Android OS, simple UI. It's actually a bit difficult to navigate on this phone, which I'll show you soon. And it also says small, only bank card size, make life easier. It doesn't make life easier when it's smaller than a bank card. Mobile phone bigger, the better. And it says big phone makes you lower your head, big phone makes us less communication, big phone makes our children nearsighted. Okay, fair enough listing, fair enough. Soyes 7S will change your attitude. And they're just holding it because it's super tiny, but as for changing my attitude, I might get frustrated while using it, but apart from that though, if this does something absolutely mind-blowing, then yeah, it'll change my attitude. Colourful metal fashion a company. We like colourful vision and more like touch of metal. Our Soyes more colours for your choice with high-sense metal with high-technology artwork, which gives you colourful vision. That was a whole bunch of technical mumbo-jumbo about the high-technology artwork metal casing stuff. But yes, in all of that though, it does have a metal back. All under control by single hand, very suitable for our palm, makes you feel comfortable from all sides due to our high-tech artwork and precise design. Well, you kind of just got an already existing design and then just shrunk it down to like a quarter of the size. The value you can see high class with elegance, and it's with a whole bunch of other tech products, and it's sitting next to its counterpart on the table there. Light metal handset, full complete body design, nanometer molded antenna, dull polish tech or dull polish tech. You can approach that whichever way you want to, but look, it's so light that feathers are blowing around. Wee. Quad-core fast reaction, MT6580 quad-core processor, low energy consuming, small size, high technology. Now seeing MT6580 already makes you shake your head and go, nope, do not want this, do not want it. But hey, it might turn out to be really optimized, you never know. And it also shows our battery being 600 mAh, as well as the persistent standby. I will talk about the battery soon. 2.5-inch high-resolution screen with eye protection. Really? There's eye protection? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Adopting original high-resolution screen makes you have 200 dpi sense of vision. Your eyes will always feel comfortable. That's completely not true because you really have to look at this thing carefully to use it, because I'd actually feel more confident using a Tic-Tac for daily usage than this thing. Self-capture can get your beauty from far away. Mini smart card phone front and rear cameras will give you clear and natural photos. I have done the camera test at this point in time. I can tell you that the rear camera is kind of okay. It's not half bad. The front camera is also not half bad, but we'll get to that when we get to it. Front and rear cameras with high quality sensor and parts with focus, you can have more beautiful photos and more capture functions. And it just shows the camera on the back with the dud camera. Actually, there's no camera there, it's just completely blank. Dual SIM card with dual standby, 2 from 3 SIM card slots. Even smaller phone, you need dual SIM with dual standby. You can insert 2 SIM cards. You can also insert 1 SIM and 1 memory SD card. But since this is 3G, I don't even know if this will work on any networks in Australia. But as I said, at least you can put a micro SD card in this. We've got the parameters, which show the model, the RAM, the ROM, the networks, SIM cards, CPU, OS, the screen being 2.54 inches with a resolution of 240 by 532. Got a couple of sensors, the battery, Wi-Fi, and the antenna is a nanometer mold. I feel like that's probably made up, but I'll just agree with it. Fall in love with reality. Look how tiny it is. Yes, such tiny, such nice. And look, there it is on some magazines. That's super impressive. And once again, small but full function, Soyes mini smartphone, only bank card size. And there you go, you can fit it in a wallet if you want to. And that's it, that's all of the listing. That was fairly interesting, but I guess you're all wanting to see how tiny this phone is. I have teased it in a couple of videos before on how small this thing is, but here is an iPhone 7 Plus. Now granted, I don't have a legit iPhone 7 Plus, so I have a fake one. It's just a dummy version. It's actually got some rattly parts in it. But it's the same size as the iPhone 7 Plus. I actually do have a Goo phone of the iPhone 7 Plus. I was going to pull that out, but this is more, I don't know, just agree with it at this point in time. But anyways, iPhone 7 Plus. It barely fits in frame at the moment because of how low the camera is, but that just... How am I even going to do this? Oh yeah, bank card size. Yeah, I mean, they're sort of close. Sort of. It is extremely small, that's what she said. We've got the cameras on the back there, we've got the metal back, and the antenna lines are just along there like so, which they probably do help in some way, shape or form, because I don't think they're painted on. No, they're not. Now, unfortunately, my unit does have a bit of dust in the back camera just there, but as I said, the pictures that I took with this already aren't too bad, but you'll see them soon. We've got the flash on the back there as well, but yeah, it's just this little tiny guy, as opposed to its counterpart there. I'll give you a better look around the device. So we've got the volume keys there, the microphone, the micro USB port, as well as the speaker grills, the SIM tray, the side key, and that is it. But this phone does have a glass front and the metal back, so it is kind of premium, I guess. We also have the tiny little home button, which doesn't act as a fingerprint sensor, unfortunately. And just in case you had any doubts about the size of this device, here is just a regular SD card adapter right there. So you can get a good look to see just how big this device is. And the SIM card tray, there you go, has the option for 1 nano SIM and a micro SD card. I think Telstra still has their 3G network up and running, I think. We'll try Telstra anyways. Are you fully prepared to see how wonderful this phone is? Well, be prepared, because this is how it is. It's a welcome. Just like the Soyes 10S or whatever it was. That was also a welcome as well, so it is technically a welcome device. The smallest welcome device I will ever feature on this channel. I mean, I could find one smaller, but hey, you never know. Sorry for all the scratches and stuff as well. This is a second-hand unit, so I can't really do too much about it. But with that also playing, I will dump the system files and put it in a mega link and include it in the description, so feel free to go through them and see what you can find. But at the moment, we've got no service, but I'll unlock the phone. There we go. So we'll just go yes to update that. Now I'd like to talk about the battery life on this. The reason why I got it so cheap is because the battery is faulty. It will only charge up to 97% and won't charge any further. And then pretty much if you leave this for about 10 minutes, it'll drop to about 50%. So this review will probably have the charger in this half the time. Who really knows? But it's at 96%. We do have 3G, which is good. I will actually quickly call this. Oh, Jesus. Okay. This is what the earpiece sounds like on the tiny little Soyes 7S. And the microphone quality on the Soyes 7S sounds a little something like this. Alright, that probably sounded really horrible, but honestly the earpiece and the microphone aren't that bad on this. For it being only 3G, it's actually very acceptable. I mean, for the whole size of it anyways. But here we go, the applications installed by default are phone, contacts, gallery, clock, messaging, camera, settings, calculator, downloads, calendar, sound recorder, file manager, music, email, browser, backup restore, and the Play Store. That's it. And if we scroll down like so, we get access to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Telstra, airplane mode, auto rotate, flashlight. Oh boy, let's see how bright this thing is. You know what? That'll actually do. Location, audio profiles, and that's pretty much it. Watch the battery drain, this will be really good. And you can use the home button to go back, like so, or you can use the on-screen button like so, which is like the accessibility option on the actual iPhone, and this will have the recents, which you can just clear, or you can go back wherever you need to. Touching and holding on the main screen, we can go to wallpapers where we just have one single wallpaper, and then black hole, which is going to, there you go, look at it go. And see, now we have to use this to go back. You can also add widgets if you want to. Can you even see them? You can count each individual pixel if you wanted to. Does it look like a 480 by 232 screen? Yes it does. It's also an IPS LCD that they've chucked on here. That's not too bad. That's pretty much it about the user interface. It's very basic, but the navigation itself is kind of a bit iffy, because now, like, how do I even go back now? What am I doing? Yeah, it's a little bit iffy to navigate. Granted, due to the size of it, I can't expect too much. But yeah, you've got to keep relying on this to go back and all that sort of thing. So this is going to be really fun. But anyways, let's jump into settings. The screen's going to flicker and just not agree with the camera, unfortunately. But we've got Wi-Fi, which will detect my 2.4 GHz network and not my 5 GHz network. We've got Bluetooth, which I'll leave off. SIM cards, data usage, and more. We can go to cellular networks, which says 3G, and that's what it is. It is 3G, it's not lying. Display, mirror vision, wallpaper, we've only got the one. Brightness level, adaptive brightness, sleep, when device is rotated, all the usual stuff in here. Sound and notifications, all the usual stuff in here. Oh, but the ringtone, what was it? Pixels, okay. You'll have to go through the system files and see which ones are pinched. Tritone, that's the, yeah, that's the one pinched off iPhone. Yeah, go through the system files and let me know which ones are pinched. In sound enhancements, we have best loudness, best surround, and lossless BT mode. All of the good stuff that we're used to. In storage, we have a total of 32 gigabytes, it says. So yeah, they're being a bit cheeky here by saying 32 gigabytes, but I can confirm that it is only 8 gigabytes that is in this phone. And my SD card is 16 gigabytes. The battery, we have an hour and 42 left. That sounds about right, to be fairly honest. We're at 88% now, so I've only been filming for 30 minutes. I've only had this phone featured for like 20, and we've dropped almost 10%. That's good. It's all good. And we can move this little thing around to, you know, put it in a place that's more convenient, like so. But here's all the installed applications. I'll just scroll through here as best as I can. There may be a lot of applications installed. I don't think so. There's not a lot installed, because this is actually looking fairly stocked. Oh, cheeky Android. Fairly stocked, to be fairly honest. But you never know. There could be some dodgy stuff lingering in here. There was some malware on the last Soyes that I looked at. There could be malware on this, but I don't think I'll be able to do a virus test because this only has 1 gigabyte of RAM, which it needs 2 gigabytes of RAM, I believe, to do a virus scan, but I'm not too sure. Opera Max is installed on here. Is that actually what I think it is, or not what I think it is? Anyways, Phase Beam phone a bunch of times. Reboot and write sys. Oh, we've got to try the secret codes on this. Can't wait to try them. Settings, storage. Oh, that's probably to change the storage on this. We'll get to that. Oh, it's Lollipop. Not Marshmallow. You bastards, you lied. Anyways, that's alright, Lollipop's fine. Voice command, weather service, YGPS, and some Chinese application that I'm not too sure what it says. But yeah, that's all the default applications. If you do go through the system files, feel free to let me know if there's anything dodgy in there. Location, we'll just leave. Security, if we go into security, do we have Face ID? No, we don't have anything. It's just swipe, voice unlock, pattern, PIN, password, that's it. And you can't enroll anything else. I'll activate unknown sources while I'm here. Accounts, you can add a Gmail. I'm going to add a Gmail onto this because why not? Language and input, backup and reset, date and time, scheduled power on and off. Now, in accessibility, why would you, is just the question. If you need accessibility for anything, having a tiny little phone like this is not going to help. Is there even talkback on here? If there is, how just one finger is just taking up all of the screen basically. So how just, yeah, no, don't even question. That's okay. Printing and about phone, finally. We've got system updates and wireless update. We've got 2 of them. Whoa. The IMEI information is just listed there. Feel free to look these up and see where these are pinched from. Holy shit, we've got a unique serial number. I've never seen a unique serial number on a Welcome device. That's actually very shocking. Got the model number being Soyes 7S, Android version 6.0, but if we go to this, it's Lollipop. Oh god, Lollipop land on this. Oh boy. Watch me. Ooh. Yep. Watch me fail. Yep. Hang on. We'll get there. We'll get one. Fuck. Shit. Fuck. 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 Oh, come on. Nope. Too high. Nope. 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 Oh, come on. Today will be the day I'll get one. Oh, come on, man. Why do they make this game so difficult? Ah. Oh. Holy shit, I did it. That's an achievement. The security patch level is the 1st of the 3rd, 2016. The baseband version doesn't have any information that I need to see. 2018 it says there. The kernel version, Wang DN at Wang #1, so I assume it's being compiled on Linux. And the build number, MT6580, and that's about it. Let's connect to Wi-Fi on this thing. So here is the keyboard on this phone. So you thought the Soyes 10S was almost impossible to type on. You thought the Melrose 2019 was going to be a bit iffy to type on. This? Yeah, good luck. Good luck. How do I even do this? Okay, I managed to do it, but I had to do it very, very slowly. When we get to the browser, I'll show you it more in detail. Let's go to System Updates and see if there's anything available for this. Last checked for update on the 1st of the 1st, 1970. Good stuff. Oh, there we go. We're up to date. That's good. What about our wireless update? Let's check for updates. Checking for, and network connection failed. I'll try that again. And network connection failed. I don't think we'll ever see a system update on a Wacom phone, to be fairly honest. But I guess let's go through the default applications, which there isn't too many. So we've got phone, which we'll come back to, because we've got these secret codes to go through. Contacts, gallery, which we'll come back to. Clock, looks like a clock. Messaging is going to have messaging. Camera. Let's go through the camera. Now, as I said, because there's some dust behind the camera, I couldn't really do terribly much about the quality. But for what it is on this, it's not too bad. You also have HDR on this. You have autofocus on this, you have a beauty mode, and the flash works on this tiny little thing. What more could you ask for? The front camera is only, you can't even see what's going on, but it does also have HDR, and it also has a beauty mode, which barely worked. I did toggle that on, but it didn't make me look any prettier. That's sad. And if we go into settings, now the picture size does say 16 megapixels, which isn't true, but you'll actually be surprised with the resolution of the photos that I took with this. And in video, we have EIS as well, which I did do the camera test with that on, and the video quality was set to fine. For the front camera, it does say 8 megapixels, but in fact it is a 1 megapixel camera that they've put on here. Not an 8 megapixel, not a 0.3, but a 1 megapixel one. I mean, this phone is less than $100 Australian. It's not half bad, I guess, for a novelty, but I'm going to go ahead and show you the photos and videos that I took with this, and we'll be right back. Sorry, before we go into the camera test, I'm going to add my Gmail onto this. Wish me luck. I can't believe that went as smooth as it did. You could put it in landscape if you want to. That might make things easier. And here we go, video recording on the Soyes 7S. How does the quality look? The fact that you can autofocus on this thing is absolutely amazing, and it actually does work. And doesn't look half bad as far as I can see. I hate the wind. For a tiny phone like this, this is good. And the three Muppets, look at that. Quality, quality, and better quality. And this is with the EIS option on as well, which seems to work, I guess. I mean, it's a tiny little phone, you can't really shake that much with it. It's fine. Brick wall pen like so. We'll just focus in, give it a little bit more definition like so. It looks a little bit blurry in the top left corner, but otherwise it's alright. Down to Stuart. There he is. Sorry about the wind. Hopefully it's not affecting the microphone too much. The lemon tree in all of its glory. There you go. And the faraway aircon doing the zoom is kind of a little tricky because you don't have much real estate to kind of zoom in, so you kind of just got to keep doing it until, there you go. That's the 4x digital zoom of the faraway aircon on the Soyes 7S. This thing actually isn't too bad, camera wise anyways. I now need to zoom out, I can't. It's fine. There's police as well. Shush. And the front camera quality of the tiny little Soyes 7S looks a little something like this. Jelly movement? We're on a small screen once again. I can't really see what's going on here. But it looks okay for a front camera on a tiny little tic-tac of a phone like this. It's not too bad. It'll get the job done, I think. Hi. Hi. Yes. And flop. Yeah, big chunk. Yeah, big chunk. Why is Ripley green? I tried taking a photo in the dark with the LED flash on and she turned out green. But hey, at least it looks somewhat clear. Sort of. But yeah, we've got supposedly a 6.3 megapixel camera on the back and a 1 megapixel camera on the front. And video wise, 640 by 480 on the front camera and 1080p on the back camera. But okay, let's be real here. For a phone of this size, with the quality that it produced, it's acceptable. It will do. If we do take a look at the Froggo, it's actually not too bad, and autofocus does work, but it is a little bit blurry because of the dust. I was expecting it to not have any autofocus, nothing. I was expecting it to be absolutely shit. While it is, you know, low quality, but I can't stress enough, the size of this phone, you just wouldn't think that they'd have acceptable cameras, and sure enough, it does. So if you are actually thinking of buying this as a burner phone or a novelty or something like that, you could probably chuck a third-party camera app on here and take some decent pictures, I suppose, with this. I mean, if we zoom into the aircon, you can almost see that it says Breeze there. Almost. But is this possibly the best camera quality on a Wacom phone? Maybe not. But as I said, it's acceptable. The calculator looks like a calculator. That was fun. Downloads has nothing in it. Calendar looks like a calendar. The sound recorder looks like a sound recorder. File manager is a file manager. We've got music up next. Should we do the speaker test and get it over and done with? Why not? Okay, I've left best loudness on and all that sort of stuff. Let's bump it all the way up so it's not at the bottom. No, it's just at the top. No, wait, what? Where is the sound coming from? It's coming from the bottom. So we do have an earpiece as well as a bottom speaker. 102.5 we got to, and it is a loudspeaker. It is not the clearest, I can tell you that. But how big would the speaker be in this thing? It'd be like, what, this big or something like that? And it's pumping out 102.5? I thought the earpiece would have been the all-in-one speaker, but no, we've got the earpiece as well as the bottom speaker, and it didn't turn out too bad. So that's good. We've got email, browser. Oh god, browser test, here we go. Let's go straight to Google. Here we go. So yeah, if we go to type in the Soyes 7, oh boy. Oh, it's searching with Yahoo. Okay, fair enough. Is the Soyes 7S mini phone a good phone? Very cool little phone, perfect with a Bluetooth earpiece and Autify that reads incoming SMS, email, and call a name. Yeah, well, I mean, it's not too bad as a tiny little phone like this. And browsing on the web you can do, but good luck trying to type anything in though. But yeah, the full specifications of our little buddy here, 2.45 inch, 5 megapixel camera. No, it's actually not 5 megapixels, it's a bit more than that. 1 gig RAM, 8 gig internal, lollipop, 500 milliamp hour battery. When we tear this down, we'll have a look at that battery. Look at the battery life as well, 68% we're at now. Oh boy, it's dropping fast. Also it says it's 160 grams. It's like 70 grams if that. But yes, you can browse the internet on this. I mean, that's no surprise at all. If you wanted to type something in, you'd have to probably go landscape, type it in, then go back. Maybe you can use a voice search. I'm not too sure. Realistically, you wouldn't be wanting to use this as a main phone. This would be more of a novelty or a burner phone, as we've already talked about with small and compact phones before. The last applications we've got is Backup and Restore and Play Store. So I'll open the Play Store so we can install some applications. Which, oh, that's old Play Store. Okay. Oh, TikTok's the first thing that comes up. That's wonderful. So I will put YouTube on here to do the YouTube test. I'll also see if Minecraft's available as well as Crazy Taxi. While that's all downloading in the background, the phone is getting quite warm. The metal body is starting to heat up just a little bit, but I'll go into Files and install some of my applications. Okay, everything is now installed. Let me go ahead and open up the Costa Rica video on YouTube. We'll see if we can play it in 480p, maybe.
Let's see how far I can throw.
TikTok away. Okay, so we can play it in 1080p 60 FPS. Alright then, it's loading, it's getting there, it's doing something. Whoop, yep. 1080p 60 FPS. Alright, let's bump it down then, let's be fair to this. Let's do 720p 60 FPS then, alright? Okay, well, I don't think that's going to be successful. Fine then, 480p. Oh, of course, that'll be fine. We can zoom to fill? Or is that it? Yeah, that's it. Hey, it doesn't look too bad on this stupidly small display. The colours are, yeah, a little kind of washed out and stuff. But hey, it works with 480p. But if you try 720p 60 FPS, it will crash YouTube for some reason. But 1080p 60 FPS works at about 3 frames a second. All going well. So I've installed Minecraft Trials, CPU system info, device info hardware, secret codes, Crazy Taxi Classic, and GTA 3. Let's see what this shows. Okay, so we've got Bluetooth, calendar storage, email, engineer mode, Google partner setup, bunch of Google Play stuff, Google services, settings, and ooh, what's this one? Oh, it's a test menu. Okay, settings is going to be, oh, yep, okay, phone information, all that sort of stuff. Let's try engineer mode at the top here. Okay. Okay, nothing really in there. What I'm going to do is install QuickShortcutMaker and see if I can open up that settings storage thing that I've seen within apps. Okay, let's go have a look through here and see if we can find anything that... Oh, what does Common Data Service do? What does Cheeky Android actually do? Oh, that's what Cheeky Android does. It's for testing and stuff. Honestly, I could probably just search for it, but I might miss something. There's Opera Max. What does Opera Max do? What do you do? Oh, it's connecting to a cloud. Okay, fair enough then. I should have probably not done that. Alright, well I've had a look in QuickShortcutMaker and I haven't found any codes or anything, so go through the system files. If you find any codes, let me know. I thought maybe a boot logo switch or something like that could have been here, but nothing like that. Now I think what you all want to see is gaming, but I'm going to open up the spec applications first to go through the specs, and then I'll do gaming, because I'm trying to give you some anticipation for what the gaming test is going to be. But it says that we have the 432x240 display, the MT6580, Android 5.1, there's the cameras on there, the lens autofocus, charger, other, RAM, 1GB, 8GB of storage, system on chip, MediaTek MT6580. It's actually good to see MT6580 listed in device info. Usually it says something else, but there you go. All listed there, the screen, 432x240, 60Hz refresh rate, 1GB of LPDDR3 1066 RAM. The cameras, oh, it says 8 megapixel on the back, and the front is 8 megapixel. No, that's wrong. It's like 6.3 and 1. Battery is power profile 1000 milliamp hours. Yeah, it's dropping really fast. Probably 400 milliamp hours in this thing. Sensors, applications, but the multi-touch test. Let's test this. Let's see how many. Oh, 1, 2. 2-point multi-touch. Alright, CPU system info, just to double check everything. I'm fairly sure we know what's going on with this. Build ID, hardware, MT6580, Lollipop, system on chip, MT6580, 8GB internal storage, 1GB RAM, the 3.1 inch screen. No, it's 2.45 inches, if that. Battery is unknown. That's okay. Thermal, sensors, system info is trying to use the camera. Yes, 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 yes. Cameras. Oh no, it says 7.8 megapixels now. Surely they haven't put an 8 megapixel one on here. But the resolution that I got is 6.08 megapixels, 3328 by 1872 was in the camera test. But the front camera, 7.8 megapixels, yeah, that's not the case. And that's pretty much it. I think we've all confirmed the specs, but when we tear this down, I'll have a look at the camera as well as the battery. But I think it's time we finally do gaming. Here we go. Gaming on this tiny little thing. Let's start with Minecraft trial first. Let's see how this goes. I may have to plug this in because it's at 50%. It may possibly just die while trying to even load the title screen. Oh, it looks smooth. Why does it look smooth? Okay, fair enough. Now I have played GTA 3 on a watch. I haven't played Minecraft on a screen this small. This is going to be really fun. Are you even going to be able to see it if I've got both thumbs on screen like that? You're not going to see anything. This is not going to work at all. Here we go. Oh boy. Alright. Oh, gee, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. We can play it. It's actually not running too bad. But controlling this is just slightly a little difficult because you don't have much real estate to play with, and that's to jump, and then you've got to just sort of navigate, and just breaking the ground. Oh, just broke my ankles. Let's just kind of try and demonstrate like this. There you go. See, it's kind of smooth actually. It's not too bad. But as for controlling it, if I'm going to have problems in Minecraft, I'm going to have problems with GTA 3. That's going to be almost unplayable. But look, Minecraft works if you don't mind looking at the ground every now and again. Or the sky. That's the greatest thing, it actually works. Crazy Taxi time. Sega. Speaker's loud, I gotta say that. My age today is whatever I pick. 58, that'll do. Okay, speaking of
Clean your Android.
What a stupid ad.
Download now.
Download now. Nope. Ooh. Ooh. Here, let's not make any money, because this is... Oh, hello. Hey. Yes? Oh, I'm not really looking where I'm going. Let's pick up someone. Get in. Hurry up, get in. Let's go, man. Alright, so all we gotta do is just go straight ahead. And just try not to run into anything. Try not to... Oh shit. I've pressed left instead of right. Bumped into a tree. Okay, the guy's not happy. Everything's great. Everything's going well. Everything's going extremely well. Oh boy. Oh god. Get out of the way, car. Get out of the way, cars. I'm on a mission here. Holy shit, I did it. Because I'm trying to control that, and that's kind of difficult because thumb's taken... just... GTA 3 is going to be unplayable. Absolutely unplayable. No, I can't even read the text. I just don't even know. Let's go to display and put the draw distance all the way up. No, not the brightness. Whoa, that was tedious. You can see all the fingerprints everywhere because of how difficult that was. Who bets I'm going to flip the car straight away? I'll go straight into the barrier and that's it. Banshee. Why does it feel like it's running at 60 FPS? Why does it not feel like it's running at 60 FPS? Let's get in. Oh god, how am I even gonna... Hey, it runs well though. Okay. Okay. Now all we do is just not fucking... Didn't flip it. Didn't flip it. We're just going slow, alright? We're going slow. Okay, this is playable. This is playable. No, it's not. Get out of the car. We can walk around. Oh, look, it's 60 FPS there. It's playable, providing that you really can only drive in a straight line and can only sort of turn when you need to not turn. And okay, the gaming test went very well. Oh boy, that was painful. That was something. You can play games on here if you want to. Good luck controlling it though. That's the greatest concern, is how do you even control this thing? But look, we've been through all of the stuff that this phone has to offer. We've seen the specs, we've checked gaming, we've tried performance, we've had a look at some other stuff, and all up, this is just a wonderful novelty device for $100 Australian. It's not too bad if you want to pick up something small like this and be like, hey, I have a tiny little phone, but don't expect the battery life to be running for more than half an hour without dropping down to 50%. Don't expect to be able to basically do anything on this phone because you've got to use the on-screen keys to navigate, and when you're trying to navigate with this menu, things just open by themselves because you're trying to open that to open that. It's not fun at all. But it's a cool novelty. That's the best part of it. It's a fantastic novelty. I think it's kind of worth it if you can pick it up cheap. For $15 for this, it is definitely worth that. There's probably some out there that now have 4G and maybe have a 5-point multi-touch display, which probably wouldn't help because the screen's still too small. It is what it is. It's a tic-tac of a phone. What more could you really ask for, to be fairly honest? I just wanted to showcase this tiny little phone off and see what we could do with this, and while I was able to test everything, it was painful. It was painful. What I'm going to do is factory reset this, dump the system files, and we're going to tear this down, and I've already done the conclusion, but we might touch over a few things again, and call this one a video. So, we'll be right back. That might have broken it. Wait a second. The charging speed on this, I have to say, is extremely fast, because you just plug it in and it'll just charge. Look, there you go. It's already at 90%. Watch it go to 91%. Super fast charging. I completely forgot to mention this, how fast the charging is on this. So just wait. Another couple of seconds, we'll be at 91%. Wait for it. You never know. It might kick in 91% right about now. There you go, look at that. Super fast charging, like 100-watt fast charging. But it'll only go up to 97% and then it'll stop charging, and then you take it out and it'll go, okay, I'm just going to drain now to 50% within 5 seconds. Good luck. Alrighty, I've dumped these system files, I've put them on Mega, so you can check them out. I'll put them in the description as always. That's pretty much it about this device. We know that it has warp charging, super fast charging. So it says bye-bye when you switch it off. Alright. The question is now, how do we take this apart? Because the back is just one solid piece. It's not going to be simply just as easy as prying it up, is it? We'll see. I mean, the SIM card tray is like so big, so that gives you an idea of just what they've crammed into this little tiny thing. I'm going to use my new Tech Access pry tool here. I'm going to see if I can just get it sort of, I don't even know where. Uh-oh. So the LCD screen comes off first. So the screen does come off first. So we've got this flex cable which is just snaking around there, so that just pops off like so. And then we've got the digitizer which just pops off like so, and that's it. There we go. That's the screen there. It's a small one. As you can sort of just see, there is only lightly adhered to this, but I'm not going to take it off just in case. Hopefully I didn't break it though. We just got the little digitizer, and then the connector for the LCD is just here and just sort of snakes around. Now we do have the home button, which is just this little tiny thing there. So at the bottom we do have the little home button just situated there. We've got the front camera, which does have some codes on it actually. May be able to see those codes. I will look them up and see if they correspond with anything. There is a code just written there. It is a YTS8001MB version 2.0. I can barely read that. I'm looking in the viewfinder to actually see what I'm doing. But we do have one little flex cable just here for something. Not too sure what that's going to be for. For the earpiece, that's just sort of dangling. That's okay. The light sensor just there as well. We've got two screws that hold this down, so we'll take them out. I guess we just sort of pop. There we go. Alright. This whole PCB should just be able to lift out of... There we go. That's it. So that's our metal unibody, I suppose they call it, just there. We've got X06 printed on there, as well as 07G. But here's the little PCB itself. The battery capacity is... Oh, hello. 500 milliamp hours. Look at the back camera, that's actually quite a beefy one. Doesn't have any movement to it, no. Now the battery just sort of pops off like so and is soldered onto the motherboard. We do have some more information just there saying that it was made in 2018. The bottom loudspeaker and the coin style vibration motor are just soldered in place, but we can take a little bit of a look at them, and it does say 7S written there as well, some Chinese letters. Actually, what does that say just there? If anyone wants to look up those Chinese letters and tell me what that says, feel free. That's the loudspeaker and the coin style vibration motor just soldered into place. There's the SIM card area, the micro USB port, the little microphone, some contacts, the screws that are sort of stuck into the board. That's for the back camera. Okay, so there is the camera, just there like so. There is a little tiny code just there. Actually, we might have to pop that out because I can't see the rest of the code. There we go, right there. That's the code for the rear camera, DCXYX7SB43209V2. I'll Google this and see if anything comes up for this. But the LED flash is part of this assembly, and that's just dangling there like so. Well, I guess we're going to have to pop off this shielding to have a look at the CPU and the storage and all that sort of stuff. There we go. That was a bit dangerous, but we did it. Hopefully we didn't kill anything. MediaTek MT6580A. Well, it didn't actually perform too bad in this one. And we have a... oh, what chip's that? Not too sure what that is there, but I'll Google that and see what that comes back with. That's probably the 1GB plus 8GB flash module that we know is in this unit. They've definitely crammed a lot of stuff in this tiny little thing. Battery life is probably the worst part of this, as well as the general sort of usability. Actually, is this a sticker? This is just a sticker on here. How did I not realize this? Does this actually say something else? This would be really funny if it says like 200 milliamp hours under here. Oh no, it doesn't. It doesn't say anything. Oh. But the big question now is, does this still actually work? I have a feeling it won't. Also, at the start of the video, I thought that was the microphone, but it's a reset switch. I should probably poke it to make sure. What I could also do is pop out the, oh, hello, rear glass there, and then I could probably clean that and then reapply it, so then there's no dust. Place your bets, everyone. Will this still work? While we're booting up, I'll show you the specifications of the phone to the side here. Feel free to pause the video if you need to, but I'm pretty sure this is all the specifications. Judging that the battery is 500 milliamp hours, you know, it's just a sticker on top of a battery. It could be anything, but I'll generously say it is 500 milliamp hours. If I've missed anything, I'll splice anything in, but otherwise, it still works. That's amazing. I thought I may have killed it by taking the shielding off because I may have pulled up some of the PCB with it, but no, I didn't. Wonderful. It's all good. Woof. Alright, well I think that is going to do it for this Soyes 7S tiny, less than a bank card size device here. As I said, if you want to have a look at the link on AliExpress, it's in the description below. The system files are there, the timestamps are there, everything's there for you to have a look at and stuff. But yeah, honestly, with just these really small compact phones, they're just great for a novelty and stuff, and just to go, hey, I've got a tiny little device, look how cool it is, and then that's pretty much it. There's not really much else you can do with it. And it was great that we got to play some games on here, but who would want to play games on a tiny little device like this? It's just really not practical. But there's plenty of other uses for it, like being a burner device and being used in other various scenarios. But otherwise, that's this one. We're done. And with that, that's all three of the tiny little phones that I bought off Facebook Marketplace. And at this point in time, I don't think I have any other ridiculously small devices to have a look at. But I'll keep an eye out, and if you find, you know, a new 2021 small device or something like that on AliExpress or eBay, let me know down in the comments below. I'll check it out, and I'll have a look at it, and I'll see if it's worth featuring on the channel. But otherwise, everyone, that's having a look at the Soyes 7S. I hope you enjoyed this video for what it was, and thank you very much for coming along this journey of taking a look at this tiny little phone. Stay tuned for some more upcoming projects that I'm working on, and I will let you all know now that I've got 2 items from Wish on their way. They are in Australia. They are waiting to be processed for delivery. They are going to be really fun to have a look at. So for the people that love Wish stuff, you're in for a real treat. But anyways, everyone, thank you so much again for watching. I really do appreciate it. And as always, take care, stay safe, be good people, and I'll see you all in the next video, which will be more random tech, most likely. But until then, stay tuned, and I'll see you next time.
If you like this content, feel free to leave a like or a dislike if you didn't. Thanks heaps for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.